The Quantum Enigma, Physics Encounters Consciousness, Summary and Review. The Quantum Enigma, Physics Encounters Consciousness by Bruce Rosenblum and Fred Kuttner, 2011, is a captivating exploration of the perplexing intersection of quantum physics and consciousness. The book delves into the profound implications of quantum mechanics, highlighting its inherent strangeness and its potential to challenge our understanding of reality and the nature of consciousness. The Enigma. The authors begin by introducing the fundamental principles of quantum mechanics, emphasizing its counterintuitive nature. They explain concepts like wave-particle duality, superposition, and entanglement, demonstrating how these concepts defy classical physics and our everyday intuition. The book then delves into the measurement problem, a central enigma in quantum mechanics. This problem arises from the fact that quantum systems exist in a superposition of states until they are measured, at which point they collapse into a single definite state. The question is, what causes this collapse? Is it the observer, the measuring device, or something else entirely? Consciousness and the collapse. Rosenblum and Kuttner explore various interpretations of quantum mechanics, including the Copenhagen interpretation, the many worlds interpretation, and the pilot wave theory. They argue that these interpretations fail to adequately address the measurement problem and the role of consciousness. They propose that consciousness might be the key to understanding the collapse of the wave function, suggesting that the act of observation, driven by consciousness, is what brings about the collapse and determines the outcome of a quantum measurement. The implications. The book then explores the profound implications of this idea, suggesting that consciousness might be a fundamental aspect of reality, not just an emergent property of complex brains. They argue that consciousness might be responsible for the very existence of the universe, suggesting that the universe is a participatory phenomenon, where consciousness plays a crucial role in shaping reality. The argument. Rosenblum and Kuttner present their case through a combination of scientific exposition, philosophical reasoning, and thought-provoking anecdotes. They use clear language and engaging examples to make complex concepts accessible to a broad audience. While they acknowledge the controversial nature of their ideas, they present them with intellectual rigor and open-mindedness, inviting readers to engage in critical thinking and explore the profound questions raised by the intersection of quantum mechanics and consciousness. Key takeaways. Quantum mechanics is inherently strange and defies our everyday intuition. The measurement problem in quantum mechanics remains a central enigma. Consciousness might play a crucial role in the collapse of the wave function. The universe might be a participatory phenomenon, where consciousness shapes reality. Overall, the quantum enigma is a thought-provoking and engaging exploration of the profound implications of quantum mechanics for our understanding of consciousness and reality. It challenges conventional thinking and invites readers to consider new perspectives on the nature of the universe and our place within it. While the book's central argument is controversial, it is presented with intellectual rigor and open-mindedness, making it a valuable resource for anyone interested in the intersection of science, philosophy, and consciousness. The author's proposal that consciousness shapes reality, as presented in the Quantum Enigma, directly challenges the prevailing scientific worldview in several fundamental ways. Materialism. The dominant scientific worldview is rooted in materialism, which posits that reality is ultimately composed of matter and energy, and that consciousness is a product of the complex interactions of these physical elements. The author's proposal, however, suggests that consciousness is not merely a byproduct of matter but a fundamental aspect of reality itself, potentially even influencing the very fabric of the universe. This directly contradicts the materialist framework. Objectivity. Science strives for objectivity, aiming to describe the universe independently of the observer. The author's proposal, however, implies that the observer is not a passive bystander but actively participates in shaping reality. This challenges the notion of an objective, observer-independent universe and suggests that the act of observation itself influences the observed. Determinism. The scientific worldview often leans towards determinism, suggesting that everything in the universe is governed by fixed laws and that the future is predetermined. The author's proposal, however, suggests that consciousness might introduce an element of indeterminacy into the universe, implying that the future is not entirely fixed and that our choices and intentions might have a real impact on the unfolding of reality. The role of consciousness. The prevailing scientific worldview generally assigns consciousness a secondary role, viewing it as an emergent property of complex systems. The author's proposal, however, elevates consciousness to a primary role, suggesting that it is not merely a product of the universe but a fundamental aspect of it, potentially even influencing its very existence. In essence, the author's proposal challenges the prevailing scientific worldview by suggesting that consciousness is not merely a product of the physical world but a fundamental aspect of it, potentially shaping reality itself. This radically shifts our understanding of the universe and our place within it, raising profound questions about the nature of reality, the role of consciousness, and the relationship between the observer and the observed. While their proposal remains highly controversial and lacks definitive scientific proof, it serves as a powerful reminder of the limitations of our current understanding and the potential for new paradigms to emerge as we continue to explore the mysteries of the universe and the nature of consciousness. The author's view that consciousness shapes physical reality, as presented in the quantum enigma, carries profound philosophical implications, touching upon various key areas. 1. The nature of reality. Subjectivity versus objectivity. If consciousness shapes reality, it implies that reality is not entirely objective and independent of the observer. There might be a subjective element to reality, influenced by the conscious observer. This challenges the traditional view of a purely objective universe and raises questions about the nature of truth and knowledge. The role of perception. The author's proposal suggests that our perception of reality is not merely a passive reflection of an objective world but an active participation in shaping it. This raises questions about the nature of perception and its role in constructing our reality. The problem of solipsism. The idea that consciousness shapes reality could be interpreted as a form of solipsism, the belief that only one's own mind is certain to exist. However, the authors argue that their view is not solipsistic because it acknowledges the existence of a shared reality, even if it is influenced by collective consciousness. 2. The nature of consciousness. Fundamental versus emergent. If consciousness shapes reality, it implies that consciousness is not merely an emergent property of complex systems but a fundamental aspect of reality itself. This raises questions about the nature of consciousness and its relationship to the physical world. The mind-body problem. The author's proposal offers a new perspective on the mind-body problem, suggesting that mind and body are not separate entities but intertwined aspects of a single reality. This challenges the traditional dualistic view of mind and matter and suggests a more integrated understanding of consciousness and the physical world. 3. Ethics and morality. Responsibility and agency. If consciousness shapes reality, it implies that we have a greater degree of responsibility for our actions and their consequences. Our thoughts, intentions, and choices might have a real impact on the world around us. This raises questions about free will, determinism, and the nature of moral responsibility. The value of consciousness. The author's proposal suggests that consciousness is not merely a biological phenomenon but a fundamental aspect of reality. This could lead to a greater appreciation for the value of consciousness and a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of all living beings. 4. The meaning of life. Purpose and meaning. If consciousness shapes reality, it implies that we have the potential to create a more meaningful and fulfilling reality for ourselves and others. Our actions and intentions can contribute to shaping a more positive and harmonious world. This raises questions about the purpose of life and the potential for human agency to create a better future. Overall, the author's view that consciousness shapes reality has profound philosophical implications, challenging our traditional understanding of reality, consciousness, ethics, and the meaning of life. While their proposal remains controversial and lacks definitive scientific proof, it serves as a powerful reminder of the limitations of our current understanding and the potential for new paradigms to emerge as we continue to explore the mysteries of the universe and the nature of consciousness. While the idea that consciousness plays a role in quantum collapse is intriguing, there is currently no definitive experimental evidence to support it. The problem lies in the difficulty of designing experiments that could isolate and measure the influence of consciousness on quantum phenomena. Here's why. Defining and measuring consciousness. There is no universally agreed upon definition or method for measuring consciousness, making it challenging to design experiments that can reliably control and manipulate it. The observer effect. The very act of observation in quantum mechanics is known to influence the outcome of measurements. This makes it difficult to distinguish between the observer's influence and the potential influence of consciousness. The role of the measuring device. Many interpretations of quantum mechanics emphasize the role of the measuring device in the collapse of the wave function, rather than the observer's consciousness. Some experiments have been proposed to explore the connection between consciousness and quantum mechanics, but they have yielded inconclusive results. The double-slit experiment with human observers. Some researchers have attempted to modify the double-slit experiment to see if the presence of a conscious observer affects the interference pattern of particles. However, these experiments have not produced consistent results that could definitively prove or disprove the role of consciousness. The delayed choice quantum eraser experiment. This experiment suggests that the act of measurement can retroactively influence the past. Some interpret this as evidence for the role of consciousness, but others argue that it can be explained within standard quantum mechanics without invoking consciousness. The lack of conclusive evidence does not necessarily mean that consciousness does not play a role in quantum collapse. However, it highlights the need for more rigorous and well-designed experiments to explore this fascinating and controversial topic. It's important to note that the idea of consciousness influencing quantum collapse remains a highly speculative and debated topic within the scientific community. While it's an intriguing idea, it requires further investigation and robust experimental evidence before it can be considered a scientifically accepted explanation. A mind-bending journey through the quantum realm, a review of the quantum enigma. The Quantum Enigma, Physics Encounters Consciousness by Bruce Rosenblum and Fred Kuttner is not your typical science book. It's a captivating exploration of the bizarre world of quantum mechanics, where reality seems to bend and break, and the very act of observation appears to influence the outcome of events. The authors, both physicists, masterfully weave together scientific explanations with philosophical musings, making the complex concepts of quantum mechanics accessible to a broad audience. They introduce us to the mind-boggling principles of superposition, entanglement, and the measurement problem, highlighting the inherent strangeness of the quantum realm and its implications for our understanding of reality. But the book goes beyond simply explaining quantum mechanics. It delves into the controversial question of consciousness and its potential role in shaping reality. Rosenblum and Kuttner argue that the act of observation, driven by consciousness, might be the key to understanding the collapse of the wave function, the mysterious process that determines the outcome of a quantum measurement. They present a compelling case, drawing on various interpretations of quantum mechanics and exploring the implications of their idea for our understanding of the universe and our place within it. While the book's central argument about the role of consciousness in quantum mechanics is bold and provocative, it's presented with intellectual rigor and open-mindedness. The authors acknowledge the controversial nature of their ideas and encourage readers to engage in critical thinking and explore the profound questions raised by the intersection of science, philosophy, and consciousness. The Quantum Enigma is not just a book about physics, it's a journey into the depths of our understanding of reality. It challenges our assumptions, forces us to confront the limits of our intuition, and leaves us with more questions than answers. It's a must-read for anyone interested in the mysteries of the universe, the nature of consciousness, and the profound implications of quantum mechanics for our understanding of the world around us. Strengths. Accessible language. The authors do an excellent job of making complex concepts understandable for a general audience. Engaging storytelling. The book is filled with anecdotes and thought-provoking examples that bring the concepts to life. Provocative ideas. The book challenges conventional thinking and encourages readers to explore new perspectives on reality and consciousness. Intellectual rigor. The authors present their arguments with clarity and logic, even when dealing with controversial topics. Weaknesses. Some may find the book's central argument about consciousness too speculative. The book can be dense at times, requiring careful reading and reflection. Overall, The Quantum Enigma is a thought-provoking and engaging exploration of the intersection of quantum mechanics and consciousness. It's a book that will challenge your understanding of reality and leave you with a sense of wonder about the universe and our place within it.